Yo, what's going on, man? Let me make trading very, very easy for y'all. So look, trading is going to be like ping pong. So understand that in ping pong, what happens? They hit the ball back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until somebody breaks out and decides to overshoot the ball on one of the sides. Trading is going to be the same exact way. As you guys can see here, using this example here on the higher time frames on SPY, price decided to come in contact with the zone twice and went boom, hit the other player, came to this side, went back. And then as soon as that went back, one of the players decided to overshoot the ball. And as you guys can see, the price decided to go ahead and continue upward from that point. So trading is just like ping pong. So it's a very, 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 very good analogy. So let me go ahead and show you guys something. So one of two things you have to keep in mind. When price decides to go ahead and fall down from an area, that's going to be called resistance slash supply. So if you guys ever hear the term supply and demand or support and resistance, when you hear price deciding, or when you see prices decide to fall down from a certain area, that's going to be called resistance, also known as supply. Now, when you guys see price deciding to bottom out at a certain area, such as like right here, as you guys can see, price decided to come in contact with this zone down here, and then it decided to go ahead and bounce upward. Now, when you see price bouncing upward from certain bottoms, such as like right here, or even right here, for example, and you see price decided to bounce upward, that's going to be called support, also known as demand. So boom, that's going to be support and demand, and over here is going to be support and demand as well. So whenever you see price decided to fall down from a certain area, bounce upward, that's going to be called support slash demand. Whenever you see price deciding to fall downward from a certain area, that's going to be called resistance, also known as supply. Now, I want you guys to keep it in mind just a couple of things. When you do understand these two things, you can really put in the perspective that, okay, trading is just like ping pong. So as long as I know where price is possibly going to reverse at, all I have to do is plan my hit and wait till it breaks out on the other side. So let me go ahead and show you guys how I plan my trades out. So one, using the higher time frames are going to be your best friend. Higher time frames are pretty much going to give you a lot of the smaller candle time frame bias just in one. So as you guys can see right here, this is going to be a good zone if I'm not mistaken. Why? Because I see an area of resistance being created near this area of support. As you guys can see, this is an area of support because price decided to bounce upward. This candle right here is an area of resistance because price decided to fall downward from this area. Now, what I'm going to do is scale down to my daily time frame and see things a little bit closer. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're reading the chart from left to right, and we want to make sure our entry is going to be from the lowest support candle. So on the daily here, things look a little bit complicated, and this is why we scale down to the 4 hour here, because the 4 hour here is actually going to show me the real entry, which is going to be all the way down here. And as you guys can see, this area of support is going to come in contact almost correctly aligned with this area of resistance right here, which lets me know that this is the probable area. Now, once the zone were to go ahead and get broken, we would just go ahead and have to see where our take profit would be. I like to set my take profit at like normally like the next area of support. So in this instance here, this would be a short setup. So, and I like to go ahead and play for at least a 1-to-1 every single time. A 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. You guys are going, especially on options. A lot of the times you should be making at least what you risk, if not a bit more. And that's going to be pretty much what you guys want to make sure that's happening. Make sure you guys are always aiming to make more than your risk. That's the only way to become profitable. So you need to think of it in a logical mindset. So the only way that you're end up going to be profitable long term, even with the low win rate percent, you guys have to understand that, okay, it's going to be fine because if I do win, as long as I win and my winners are much larger than my losers, then I'm going to be able to go ahead and make a profitable trade. So you guys can so you guys can even not evil at all. So you guys can even play for a 1-to-2 restore ratio as well. And as you guys can see, we do have this area of support being reacted off very nicely. So I'm going to scale down to my 1 hour time frame just to make sure things look nice. See resistance coming in contact with the yellow line. I see some support candles coming in contact with here before price decided to bounce back up, which lets me know that this zone is definitely probable. So this zone is improbable for no reason. So you guys can either set your take profit all the way down here, or using the 1 hour, you could set a smaller take profit. I see an area of support right here. So you guys can make your first take profit right here as well too. And that's going to be over a nice point of price action on SPY. A point on SPY is actually quite a lot of money, and you guys are going to be able to go ahead and make a good chunk of money based off of just understanding that trading is ping pong. So as you guys can see, price decided to reverse for this area. So all we have to do is plan the trade to where we can go ahead and catch the nice big hit and then go ahead and push it to the other side, past to where the point, to where the opposite player can't even reverse anymore. So trading is just like ping pong. It's going to go reverse, back and forth, hit back and forth until one of the sides decides to actually break through. And just by knowing that small example, you guys are going to be able to become profitable, inshallah, if God wills, and you guys are going to be able to make a very nice, substantial amount of money within market and within trading. So, boom, this is like pretty much all you guys need to do. Just identify the lows, identify the highs where price decides to reverse at, and wait for price to go ahead and break out in that opposite direction. And that's all you guys need to do, man. Just make it extremely easy on yourself. Let me go ahead and show you guys a little upward example here too. We did have a breakout here. So I'm not going to go ahead and show you guys this, but let me go ahead and pull up another example here on something that's dipped a bit lower. So QQQ, for example, right? So boom, as we can see on QQQ here, price decided to go ahead and create an area of resistance right here. And we also do have an area of support right here. And no coincidence, of course, when I draw my line and I draw my zone, as we can see, they're going to be pretty much in the same exact zone. So all we have to do is wait for price to go ahead and break the last area of resistance once again. So this is showing you how to take a long setup instead of a short setup. So just wait for price to go ahead and break this high right here, which is congruent with this area of support. And then you guys can very easily take it up to like a good take profit. Um, so as soon as price decides to break this, you guys can set a take profit, maybe like right here, for example. So going to give you about a point of price action. It's another good area of support right here. So that's it. Price decided to go ahead and reverse right here very, very heavily. And all we have to do is wait for price to go ahead and break above this area right here and go ahead and travel. So let me go ahead and draw up my longs position tool. So my take profit. I mean, you guys want to always make sure that you're playing for at least a 1-to-1, no matter what. If you guys play for a 1-to-2, that's going to be fine too. So yeah, and that's all you guys have to do every single day. Just make sure you guys just mark out your zones, mark out your areas of support and resistance, and make sure you guys set your take profits at areas of support and resistance. Because as long as you know where price could potentially reverse at, you're going to be able to go ahead and exit your trade at a good place, and you're not going to get reversed on most likely. Okay, so don't be greedy within the market. Take your price. Understand that trading's like ping pong. Most importantly, stay prayed up with God. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace. If you guys are looking for a cryptocurrency broker where you guys can trade crypto futures, altcoins, and meme coins, I recommend you guys head over to bitunix.com. You guys can either buy crypto straight up and buy your favorite coins using your card, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, XRP, etc. You guys also have the ability to trade futures as well, where you guys can either long or short cryptos such as Bitcoin, or even trade altcoins and meme coins such as Gala USDT. So you guys have a huge variety of what you guys want to trade, and the fees are pretty low as well. On bitunix.com, they also do give you guys a welcome bonus as well, where you guys can complete some very easy steps and get some free capital which you guys can trade with. There's also tons of trading competitions that go on that you guys can earn some capital to trade from too, and you can compete against your buddies. So if you guys are looking for a new crypto broker with low fees, fast transactions, and fast withdrawals, I'd head over to bitunix.com. Link in description below. Peace.